Hey lovers, welcome to Sacred Soulmates. I am your goddess Euphoria. Over here we celebrate divine sacred unions, and that begins with the union of the masculine and feminine energy within yourself, when you can learn how to, heal your own self and protect yourself. Honestly, it's not that you shouldn't expect protection from a masculine counterpart, but if you don't know how to protect yourself first you're gonna go for anything. Like, anybody can show up acting like a security guard for you and really don't be doing nothing but just acting. So you have to know how to protect yourself, and it don't mean like physically, but you have to know how to make decisions that best work for you. And then only after that can you get on a level playing field where you can actually be in a divine and sacred union with another person. So we don't justify or excuse any of that karmic twin flame behavior, and we do only promote divine love, which is shown through actions and not just expressed with flowery words, because people be lying. Now I read on the chakra points from the crown to the root, and the first thing we have up here is isolation. Now, that's not something that we usually look forward to. We don't look forward to just being alone. We know that we have to do the solo work, yeah, but humans are social creatures, so we want to have like meaningful connections. And with this meaning of isolation, um, okay, so like the karmic twin flame bullshit about somebody having something in the closet, of course, that comes forth here. Like, somebody maybe finally wants to come out and say something to you, or they're thinking about how they would share something with you, or how they'll expose something to you that they've been hiding, or maybe they have some preferences that have to do with being in the closet, if you understand what I'm saying. But again, we celebrate sacred and divine unions. So what I was really getting out of this, what like jumped out most at me, that little twin flame spill just came to me at the last minute. And that's what that type of person would be, a last minute type of person. They'll just kind of want to jump in and get straight to the front of the line because they think that maybe y'all have some type of history or something. But you're past that. We make better decisions than that, right? Right. So some type of sacred connection that is coming into form, and you are what this person set aside. It's like when they first met you, maybe they weren't ready. Maybe they still had to get closure about some other situation. Maybe they still had other things going on in their life, whatever the case may be, but it's like they were holding back. So if you met somebody and it felt like they were holding back from you, they probably were. But at the same time, like, the connection wasn't wasn't deep enough in the connection for you to like be entitled to any of their deep truths, if that makes sense. Like, if you had just met this person like a month prior, you ain't entitled to none of their like real private business. So it's something about that time span of just really getting to know a person in the early stages, we'll call it that. But in the early stages, like, it was something within them, like deep down inside, that kind of let them know, just like right off bat, this is something I want. It's something I want to be involved with. This is somebody I want to build with. But there could have been other things that needed to be sorted out, or other conversations they did owe to other people who had long-standing relationships with them. Especially if you like the new person, the new kid on the block, and they already like, oh, yep, I found it. And then it's somebody who been hanging around, lingering for the past 2-3 years, or even for 6 or more months or whatever. But their relationship is just more. I guess there was more length to it, more seniority, I guess, there, but they feel like they may have owed somebody closure or an explanation. And that's commendable. That's commendable. But with this isolation, it's like they set you apart. It's like in the back of their mind. I don't mean like putting you off on the shelf or like putting you on hold or nothing like that. But it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come back to this. It's like when you have something and we're gonna park this issue, but we definitely gonna come back to it. Maybe we needed to get other things sorted out before we come back to it. But it's like somebody seeing you, and look at this tuxedo. It's like they see you as the type of person that they want to have special occasions with. Now take that. However, if you are somebody who doesn't believe in marriage, then don't take it as they want to marry you just because this is a tuxedo. But groom is here. Now, on the flip side of that, this person may have the one that they wanted to get closure with. Like, it was a conversation that person, that they felt like they owed that person, because if they just up and left, maybe the other person would have felt that this person was just playing with them and grooming them. Get what I'm saying? Like they would have felt like they had been kind of like, fiddled with, or, fucked over, or, led on, I guess I could say. So they did feel like they're honorable enough. I'll say that. Like, this person may be Muslim, or Jewish, something where they have like religious attire, like the Muslims in the bow ties, or Jewish with the, y'all know what I'm talking about. I forgot the name of it just that quick with that shit on their head. But, or just some type of religion or some type of culture, I should say, where they wear a certain type of thing. It could be somebody who's from Texas that wear fucking cowboy boots, and how they be wearing their hats and shit. It could be just like that. Like, it's something about the way this person dresses that could be relevant or that sticks out to you. And that could be different for you too, or it's new for you too. But yeah, they set you apart. And also the conversations, because this blue represents the throat chakra. Something about the way you both communicate with each other, that's also what set you apart. And it was like, well, I'm gonna place this here because, like, it's still in isolation, it's still set apart, it's still by itself, but it's for a special occasion. So it's like, I want to get back to that, but let me just go over here and, handle this and take care of this. Because when they put that shit on, they want it to be clean. That's what I'm saying. Like, when they really get into the connection with you, like, they want it to be a clean slate. So that's the energy that's coming out here. The third eye chakra position is the Six of Wands. So wherever you saw this connection going with this person, there may have been like a little bit of a back and forth or a battle, or you may not have been pleased with the break, or being kind of put, I'm hearing nobody puts baby in a corner, but you're not in the corner, you up front. That's what I'm saying. Like, they may come back with that type of like tone. Not saying that this is like a whiny grown man or nothing, or a bratty woman, but it's like, man, you got to understand, you got to feel me on this. So if they do want to talk about that, then, I feel like a conversation would be healthy, because the Empress is in the throat chakra position. So again, like, it's something about y'all's communication that set you apart for this person, or vice versa. Something about the way this person communicated with you is what set them apart for you. And when you come back together, the conversation will once again be fruitful, because people who have done the work and who make mature decisions like this, and who do want to clean up their mess before they hop into a new connection, that's actually like sacred soulmate type behavior. It's respectable, it's commendable, it's considerate. It is considerate, because they know that once y'all do come back into full contact, it's like, it's on, it's up. Once y'all really do, get back, I'm talking about, going trips, vacations, all the things, maybe destination weddings, with all that tropical vibe that I'm getting there, posting you for the world to see, you posting them, like, really popping out, like, really y'all both out here in the world together. And if that's something that you saw with this person, you may have like kind of had to battle with being set aside. It's kind of like an ego thing, but you have to see things from a third eye perspective, instead of just allowing like your ego to take control. Sometimes when it's something that doesn't happen the way you want it to right now, that's where that creative energy kicks in. It's like, okay, somebody who's in their ego and who gonna fight with it, like a daughter of Knives type position. This could be the person that was let go, or the one who needed to have things like kind of wrapped up, the person who your person got closure from. Daughter of Knives, because they could be like I'm getting like a scrappy type vibe. Also something about Generation X. So whoever the person who had to be like kind of let go or get some closure could have been born in Gen X. You could be Gen X and you could be the one getting closure from somebody, but that's just what's coming out here. That's the energy that I'm getting. But it's something about that scrappiness, I guess, is why I was thinking about Generation X, because fights were just normal. Like, people would just duke it out and then go about their business. It wasn't all that drive-bys and shit immediately just because y'all scrap something out. Like, girls will have their little cat fight, boys will square up real quick, and then it'll be over with. So I don't know if that, with the victory card here, the Six of Wands, maybe there was some back and forth, or some type of spat between you and another person that came forward, and that caused them to like kind of sit you off to the side and like kind of preserve you, because they didn't want you to be they didn't want you to be tainted by it, or they didn't want you to become sour and resentful about like back and forth exchanges. I don't feel like this person, again, because it's something about like their culture or their religion, their heritage, they like to keep, I'm seeing like military garb. So they like to keep things disciplined, or they don't like a whole lot of mess. They like a lot of peace. So they didn't want to be the reason that, you and another woman, or you and another man is like, duking it out in the streets. But, you winner, chicken dinner in their eye. And I think that you saw things progressing maybe faster than they actually did. But it's something about you being able to hold that vision, like regardless of the break that y'all may have had, or, some type of separation in the union, or them kind of falling back a little bit so that they can handle what they needed to handle. I do feel like the connection between the two of you is still strong with that merry-go-round energy. It's like, merrily, I'll spin the block on this one. Also, spinning the block energy is here with that. But it's like something about this person is like, there may have been some type of like, trial that y'all went through, or some type of situation that required them to go fix it first. Or you may have possibly told somebody, fix that, or don't let her think that this gonna be okay. And it's like he went and made sure that that other person knew that it's not okay, and did what needed to be done to get rid of that other person. And it's like, now it's just this, we can just take on the world. Like it's us against whoever now in the heart chakra position. Like that daughter of knives is ready to face whoever got a problem with it, or, whoever trying to come against this. It's like that energy is now the heart of the connection itself. And you would willingly get back in it. Like you would willingly show up to a conversation, even if it's a hard conversation, even if they come and tell you, or maybe if they didn't give details about where they've been, the past couple weeks, months, or whatever. It's like when they do come back in, it may be a little, icy at first, but like with that daughter energy, it's like a youthful energy. It's like you don't hold grudges, you get over things quick. So, just, having a light heart, still wanting information, like commanding an answer. I don't want to say demanding an answer, but it's like the respect that this person has for you commands an answer or an explanation. And, it's just grown, mature conversation about what needed to happen, what closure needed to happen, because you set standards. It's something about the standards that you set, either in the conversations that y'all had before, or they've seen in the time since, that you have the type of standards where you don't let anybody just treat you any type of way. Seeing that about you could have been the very reason why this person was like, okay, let me put this on pause while I handle, while I cut off, karmic ties, or while I get out of these soul tie connections and shit like that with people who I don't see myself progressing with. Because for real, it's the energy like you came out a strong winner. Like in the race of other people that this person had dealt with, like you clearly number one. And it's like they knew it really, really early on. But at the same time, because the connection was so early on, or it was so new, it's like they don't really owe you like a deep dive into the inner workings of their relationships with another person, especially if they don't intend on keeping a relationship with another person up. Especially if they like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and, get rid of this over here, and then I'm gonna come back over here clean, new, ready to really, be formal and have a formal connection, a formal relationship. Like I'm talking about putting titles on stuff. So getting people out of the way who felt like they deserved the title. It's something about the tightness of that necktie and it being on top of this daughter of knives there. So whoever that person is, they may have felt like they couldn't have no freedom with that person, or they felt like they couldn't really say nothing to that person without them getting like overreactive or, melodramatic. So the conversation or the communication style that you bring to this person is something that they haven't been able to find, like in other women or in other men, whatever gender you are. People ain't been able, for women, you ain't been able to find a man who listens, and who don't be beating on his chest trying to be an alpha and mansplain everything. For women, or for a man, you ain't found women that listen on both. Y'all actually listen to each other. Or you ain't found a woman that you can tell the truth and she don't get offended. Like you ain't found a woman you can joke with without her playing a victim. So it's something about the way you all communicate and relate to one another. And that's what puts you like leagues ahead of anybody else, or vice versa. That's what put this person leagues ahead for you. And you were ready to just go because it don't feel like you had any baggage at the time. The Four of Baskets, you kind of use your intuition and know what's right for you and what's not. So either you or the other person, somebody in the connection didn't have any baggage and was just ready to go. And then it was somebody who was like, oh, I want to go with you, but hold on, let me get rid of this. And had to go take some time to, and because of like the discipline and the peaceful nature of this person, it may have taken longer than you wanted it to take. Because of course they could have just, text them something cold and be like, yeah, I ain't fucking with you. Or did something even colder and just be like ghost and then pop out with somebody else. But again, there's kind of like a disciplined, considerate, mature nature about this person. And when they do something, they want to do it right. So it's like, they neatly hang up their clothes. It's a very disciplined energy, Saturn energy. They just do things the right way, or want to do right by people. They don't want that karma of having broken somebody's heart. Y'all out in the mall one day, holding hands and shopping and stuff, and they run across this person, and this person like go ham because her heart broken, and she's like, how could you just up and leave and you popping out with this like, and that could have been like the temperament of who he was dealing with. Like maybe she's also someone who knows what they want, but the maturity level is not like an empress. And the throat chakra, the empress, is like, that's what really impressed this person. Like maybe he can see promise. Maybe that's what kept him in the connection with this past person, because there was like promise and there's that grooming energy. Like maybe if I can just, work on her a little longer, then she'll get it. And then here you come already fully packaged. Ain't nobody had it. He ain't have to teach you this. You just came already. And he was like, yeah, that's it. That's the one. But let me go get, let me go unhook this person off of me before I dive into a connection with you, because I don't want that attachment to linger. And, it's good. It's mature. Solar plexus, Four of Baskets, just knowing what the both of you want. Each of you know what you want. And both of you are invested in this. It's the right fit. You like how it looks on you. It's a good look for both of y'all. You ready for it. It's just you had to take care of business and just make sure you clean. Make sure your suit is, steamed and starched, and everything is how it needs to look. Just making sure you clean and crisp before you move forward. And the sacral chakra energy is the mother of coins, that fruitfulness. And also that's an ode also to like the feminine energy, the empress, this person who speaks like the perfect conversations, and y'all speak for a long time. It's a rich conversation. Y'all learn from one another, and you approach like that because you have experience, and you too have discipline, and you too take care of your business, and you handle your immediate environment, and you do the things that a mature adult would do. Like for a feminine, or if it's like a man, then this man has he's rooted in what strong femininity should look like. So he may have like a really good relationship with his mother. So he knows how to treat women and knows how to identify women who both have potential, and a woman who just shows up already in that queen energy. So yeah, the mother of coins, like once the connection gets going, y'all ain't gonna do nothing but produce beautiful environments with each other. Like everywhere you go, it'll be like the two of you creating a beautiful story in the room. Like people may say that y'all like look like you're made for each other and stuff like that, because this type of synastry, it bleeds over into everything. Like that type of energy is so magnetic, the connection that y'all have, that it'll make everything around you both together look better. So it's like and also more opportunities and more things may be manifested when you two get together. Like you may notice that job offers that maybe you weren't getting calls back, you start getting more calls back. Or this man, if he like runs his own business or something, he may start like randomly picking up a whole bunch of clients when y'all come together, because that magnetic like synastry energy, what you put out is what you get back. So y'all together are putting this energy back, and then you're benefiting from that energy showing back up to you. It's the honey. You're getting that good honey. This thing is just ripe for picking. He set it aside, and at the root of it is the Father of Baskets. It's ripe. It's high time. You set that suit aside because he knew on the right day, when time was right, he'd be able to put that suit on and, come get you. This person may show up all dressed up, all debonair, and like romance you, and the type of thing where somebody send you flowers and then you know, walking out to your car and stuff, and there's like a little note under your hood, some balloons or something, like that type of person where they leave like clues and take you kind of like on a, I guess, a scavenger hunt or something like that. That type of energy is coming up. But you're ripe. You're ripe for them. They feel like you ripe for the picking. So it's something like maybe your body type. You could have like a pear body, or like be hippie or something. Or with the Empress energy and that the honey, I'm getting like milk and honey, especially with that white suit and that. So I don't know if you have like big boobs or whatever, but it's something like the body type, or their body type is just right for you. Or maybe somebody felt like they had to, you know, start getting themselves together too and fix up their body type in the interim. It's something about that too. Maybe not necessarily weight loss or, you know, weightlifting. Maybe just, you know, cleaning up their diet, you know, or cutting back on bad habits, something like that. Especially with the baskets, which can represent cups. So, you know, maybe somebody cut down on drinking, or you know, just watching their intake. Maybe they don't get all of their calories from sodas and shit anymore, or drinking more water so they have clearer skin. It's like all of those things. It don't have to be just, you know, lifting weights or actually losing weight. It could just be better, you know, health habits. Ripe for picking. They set you aside until they was ready to show up in true form, ready to actually move forward, put a title on this thing, pop out, move together, like literally relocate, move in, and also move together as a unit out here in this world, and reap all the benefits that comes with this type of connection. He who findeth a wife finds a good thing. And I feel like from the moment they really start connecting with you, they saw those wifely traits about you, with both the Empress and the Mother of Coins showing up, and the Father of Baskets. Is like he's more than ready to provide. It's like the harvest is in. He tallying up, you know, his coins, and he making sure that, you know, everything that needed to be taken care of is taken care of. It's time to go in the house. It's cuffing season. You're not finna be out in the fields working in the gardens and stuff all day. So he want to make sure that everything is good. It's like when you store up for the winter. It's like he took care of all the business that needed to be taken care of, because when it's time to go in, you trying to be like wrapped up in the sheets with you. Y'all rubbing feet together and shit. You know, Netflix and chilling, and, you know, having DoorDash dates, or like actually going to cool places. Something about a cabin. I guess the place in the back looks kind of cabiny, but it don't look cabiny, but it does have that kind of outdoorsy kind of look to it. I guess with the like porch area or whatever, and all the you know, the gardens and stuff in the background and big windows. But I'm seeing something like a cabin. Maybe going to cabins in like North Georgia or in Tennessee, something like that, or maybe going somewhere with colder weather, with Colorado or somewhere in Wisconsin. What I just heard. That, or you could be doing like the opposite and be like the snowbirds who go from a cooler area down to places like Florida or whatever. Because either this is a person or a man of means, because I keep getting that disciplined nature. And, you know, especially like kind of with the Jewish energy that came out, it's something like they come from a family with money, or they come from a family who is like more straight laced. So, you know, if they do take a woman home, they want to make sure that it's actually somebody that they plan on marrying. Holidays with the family could be relevant here, but they want to make sure that everything is taken care of and nobody feels like they're being led on. So somebody is really wanting to do the grown man thing and not have like any lingering flings out there trying to like come in and tear up y'all's relationship once it gets going, because both of y'all's eyes are set on advancing this thing. Like, it's again winner winner chicken dinner. You're what he wants, he's what you want. You're what she wants. You're what he wants. Whatever your sexuality is, I don't really care about none of that. Sacred love is sacred love. Y'all ready to go? Come on, man. With the Eight of Wands and the Lovers underneath that root, the root of this is, you know, ready to reap the rewards of your harvest of what you've worked on. And whoever it is, they've done the work to get rid of any outside interferences. It ain't gonna be no, but, you know, this third party, this, they love you, but none of that. None of that. They doing things the right way, whoever this person is. The Lovers, Eight of Wands, making it so that there's no hindrances, that there are no obstacles. The connection was already there. So they know that once they get rid of any, you know, hangers on, it's up for y'all. They ready to pop out. Big decisions. Father of Coins, I'm talking about they ready to make decisions like putting your name on deeds, like handling business together, having joint bank accounts type of business. I'm telling you, this is a very disciplined person. And they know that you have the ability to handle a disciplined man. You know how to set the foundation. He knows he can go out in the world and come home to a home cooked meal. He knows that he can, take a trip somewhere and ain't got to worry about you having no scoundrels running up and through his house, or you entertaining no other male suitors. Like, they know. And they saw it early. They saw it early just off the strength of how you communicate and how you level with them and the mental connection. Saw it in your body language, all of that. It's just a look. It's you just know it when you see it. Some would say a love at first sight, but I don't feel like this person believes in like love at first sight, but it was like strong interest. Like my marriage radar went off when I met this person. I'll say it like that, because it's too solid. Like, this person, they like things to make sense. So, and both of y'all like things to make sense. All of this earth energy here is like fire, earth, coins, empress energy. Like, y'all like to make things make sense, and you are not afraid to do the work to make it happen, but balanced. And it's really important on this end that the feminine is the one who is so balanced, because this could be a man of few words unless he is actually enjoying a fruitful conversation, and then he'll speak up. A lot of really disciplined, like balanced men who take care of business are like that. They don't do a whole lot of like chit chatting, a whole lot of talking, unless they're talking to someone who is feeding their mind and, bouncing ideas off of them. Bouncing ideas off this person could be, leading to him enhancing, making changes in his business. So you've been a blessing to this man already in some type of way, just off the strength of y'all's communication. And he wanted to do right by you. He wanted to do the right thing. And make sure ain't no outside interferences, ain't no third parties there. If there was somebody who did used to interfere, and again, I do feel that energy, like him being so disciplined. I don't mean grooming, like, she underage or nothing. I mean, like, she may just had a younger mind. If she was younger than him, it was obvious that she, short-tempered and, maybe a little bratty, or you can't really tell her nothing without her feelings getting hurt, versus dealing with a grown woman. And it was a stark difference. And he was like, yeah, I want that. But still taking care of this person who is obviously a little bit more emotionally unstable. Not saying they crazy or nothing, but they just can't handle as much as a grown woman could. Or, not saying this man ain't, a decent man, but he not as centered and grounded. So you don't want to do nothing that's going to make him feel disrespected. Like, just up and ghost him and then pop out, all over social media with a new man. And now he, calling your phone, talking crazy and shit, driving past your house or whatever. Somebody wanted to just make sure it was none of that. So you were set aside for a while. It could have been disappointing for a minute, but it's still fruitful, because you ripe for the picking. Harvest season, we at the end of harvest season. It's time to take it on in. What you worked for, it's time to go and gather that and enjoy it over a nice, crisp, cool fall and winter landscape, enjoying the closeness of your loved one in union together. So this has been a nice reading. This has been a really nice reading. I enjoyed it. See you on the next one.